Hello friends, this is Tanya Castella and let's see how to create a basic HTML page. So I'll show you how, what is our aim and how we can use our basic HTML tags. So for this exercise, this is the lab exercise number 1. We are going to create a simple web design using HTML, only HTML tags. So the HTML tags we're going to use is title, body, head, division, key tag, span, row span, col span, heading, image, anchor, table, list, HTML, and all those things. So this is our questions which you're gonna not read. We're gonna directly go to the web page. So this is the mock-up page we got from a faculty, and we are gonna replicate that. Okay, let's go to NetBeans. So where's NetBeans? Yay! Hold on. So here it is. NetBeans. This is I have already created this. I have already typed this HTML document, and let's see how it runs. I'll basically explain the tags to you guys so that you understand it. The first thing is the exclamation doc tab HTML tag. It basically tells what kind of a document it is. So it's an HTML document, hence the doc tab HTML. So in every page or every HTML page must start with an HTML tag. So here it is, and each HTML tag has its own attributes. So for example, in this tag, I've added an attribute called language. In this language, it is English in US version. Any HTML page is divided into two parts, that is the head part and the body part. As you can see, head part is not visible, it contains all the data related to your HTML, whereas the body part shows all the data that you're going to put it on your page. So let's see what's there in the head tag. In the head tag, I've created a title. The title name is lab exercise number 1. And meta character set, it tells you about the encoding. So encoding we've used is UTF-8, and character set is based on that. And meta name, viewport, and all these things. Now we'll go to body part. In body part, I've created lots of divisions. So in division number 1, we have two headings. First it is the rocket space, then the second heading is aerospace, and some content. The content is always written in p tags, and I've also created some links using this, the anchor tags, and using the href attribute, I've given you the links, and the text that is placed inside the anchor tag is used to go to that link, which will display as a link. Okay, so I've created how many? I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 links, and each are different. This is a normal link, the first one. The second one is also a normal link which goes to the Wikipedia website. The third one is a special thing. It's an attribute that where you can directly mail to a mail ID. Okay, it's used for mailing, and there's for calling someone. There's a telephone thing, and you can also use an image as a link. So if you place the image inside an anchor tag, it will become the link, and that link should have a URL. So this is here it is. So this was the first division. Now let's see the second one. So in the second one, there's a heading of H2 size. Basically, the headings can be of 6 types: H1, H2, and H3, H4, and H6. So H1 is the biggest, which has more importance, than lesser importance, lesser important. That is H1, H2, H3. H6 is the least important heading. So in the least, H2 is the second important heading. There's paragraph or more. There's some content in it. Now, what we have done in this paragraph, as per the question, you can see where, yeah, 1 second. So as per the question or the mockup page, here it is present in list form. Okay, some are ordered, some are unordered. So we have to create that. So how are we going to create that? Let us see. So to create a list, we're going to use DL tags and data list tags and data definition tags. This is going to give us the list, and we're going to also use an unordered list tag. Then if you want to paste, if you want to what do you call want to list items, so you're going to use a li tag, that is list item tag. And what basically we have done here is we have used this nested UL and OL tags so that it could look like this. This basically like this. This is a nested. So we nested an ordered list inside an unordered list, or the other way around, the unordered list inside an ordered list. Next, we go on to another division. That is the third and last division. Basically, in this division, our main aim was to create borders. No, so not borders. Was to create tables. Okay. So in tables, we have rows, and these rows are defined by datas. Okay. So rows, we have to define row by row. In those row by row, we have to define data. So we have to create row by tr tag, and if you want to add some data into that particular row, you have to use td tag, that is table data, and this is table row. And there's a table attribute named border where you can give the thickness of the border, and that's how we create it. In table data, there is some extra attributes. For example, column span or row span, or it's called col span or row span. So if you wanna span, or if you wanna increase the size of your row, you can use this row span. Okay, and you can give the size. If you give one, it will span to one. If you give two, it span to two, and that's how it proceeds. It's a simple basic HTML. So basically, we have completed with this HTML page. Let us see how does it look, how does it work. So I'm gonna first save it, and I'm gonna run on my a web browser. So here it is. Lab Excercise 1 is the title, as you can see. Then okay, and there's the heading, the second heading, the content. Now this page will take you to another link. So open a new page. Let's see, does it take? Okay, since we don't have internet right now, it's not going to open. Let's see whether it does. Oh, we do have internet. I guess I did not give any URL to this page, so it went here. And that's how email will work. Let's see how email works. Oh, it's taking time. Okay, it's asking for different kind of apps in email. So basically, it's working. And callers will use it will use your Skype and all the things. In this, you can see an image is not being able to display. Okay, say due to some issues, I guess. So if the image is not able to display, you can use the what do you call an all tag to describe in place of your image. Let me show you that. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Okay, yeah, here. So since it can't find the image, or it could not find the image for some reasons, we have placed an alternate text in place of it. So this is how it works. Okay, so if the image can't load up, this text will come, which is very helpful, I guess. Let's go to the web page again. Yeah. Now our first division was over. Now let's go to the second one. The second one, it was a basic thing: a heading, the content, and some list definition. And inside that list definition, there are some content. In the second list definition, some content. Okay, and there's some single sentence line, which was done by a free tag. After this free tag, we wanted some ordered and unordered nested list. So in this unordered list, we added a ordered list, and in this ordered list, we added some unordered list. Okay, and then again, that is how it was done. If you want to see the code, it is here. This is how it was done. Basic nesting: unordered list, list item, ordered list. And this. It's simple. Now go back to our web page. Now this was the second division. In the third division, same, a heading, some content in that. After that content, we wanted to create a table. So to create a table, we used the table tag. In the table tag, we define using rows. Inside a row, we use table data. So these are the rows. And how many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 rows. And we have how many data? In the first row, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 data. Whereas in the second row, we have 1, 2, and 3. And similar with the third and the fourth. Whereas in the fifth row we have only 2 data, and the sixth row we have only 1 data. That is how it was defined. Let's see how it was coded. So in the table 1, here the table was created. This is the table row, first table row, the second table row, the third one, fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. As I told you, in the first row there were 4 datas, in the second row there was only 2 datas, in the third row it was 1, in the fourth row it was 1 again, and in the fifth row it was 2, and in the sixth row it was 1. And that's how the last division was over, and this is how you end any tag. It is always preferred to end the tags, otherwise it may give some error. Okay, now we are done with this thing. Okay, but we need to validate this website, to check whether there are some errors or not. So we do have a validator. If you search on the net for validator, you get a validator by W3 schools. So that's how, this is the URL for that, the validator.w3.org. So what you do is, you go to the checker, as in the validator, you put your HTML code in this, and you check it. Okay. After checking, it will give you some errors, or what you call some warnings. In this case, I have one warning. Let's see what is that warning. The warning is the borrower attribute on the table element is presentation markup. Consider using CSS. So they're asking us to consider CSS, which we do not want in our first web design or web technology class. So I think basically we have done a good job. I created a basic page to show some content on the web, uh, and that's it. And we're done. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you have a nice day. Have fun.